well, this is going to be Midori I think. And this is going to be a Pretty Little Rainbow Live episode 36 and 37 review. Now, I haven't recorded for 8 days because, one, I had some personal things to deal with, and two, which you might think this is a stupid reason for not recording, but Blaze Blue Continuum Shift. Yeah, I've been obsessed with that game for so long. I have no idea why. But that is why I haven't been able to record. And also, I don't know why I haven't been motivated. I have no idea. It just dawned on me that I was somewhat unmotivated to do it, but I'm motivated again, so here we go with the episode reviews. Now, episode 36 was, how should I say this? A predictable episode, if I were to say so. We did have the Wakana dance as everyone thought was going to happen, and it was good. I liked it. It had the pop and the ethnic styles together, and well, I don't really know how to describe it. Let's just say it was it was a great dance. Now, for the episode contents of itself, there was two halves. One half was On side, with On and Wakana going over to On's house and sort of having that, what am I trying to say? Having that feel of what On's house is like, and it sort of has this warm feel. They do fight, but it is just that normal feel. But when it comes to Wakana's side, it's more like the father is the top of the family, and everyone's just trying to please him so he doesn't just run off. And, well, that's really selfish of him, and to be honest, they don't really explain it too much I don't believe they explain it in the middle or the end of the episode. It's just sort of, he's the top, and he supports them, and the mother's just supporting him, and, well, he thinks he gets everything his way. But, regardless, then it goes on the episode where no one finds out about Wakana moving. I don't believe. Yeah, no one finds out about Wakana moving. And we have a situation where Belle sort of has a hunch, like, on sitting there with Belle, and then Belle's like, oh yeah, that's right, I knew about it. And she's like, you knew? She's like, yeah, but the way Wakana was acting, it really wasn't like a chore to think about. And basically, or Belle just says, leave it be, let it do what it needs to do. And what happens is that after the dance, Wakana sees her mother and father, is happy and all this, but her father says that even though he's seen the dance and even though he knows what Wakana wants, he's still going to go to Singapore and move the whole family to Singapore. The shocking thing is the mother then decides to tie her hair up, or tie her hair up, and, well, go mother mode, I guess, and basically yells at the father, tells him that, you don't understand your daughter, that she's doing all this and you want to take it all away from her, and says, you're not moving us to Singapore, you're going, we're staying, we'll go, she's staying. And basically what happens is that's the end of the episode. So, a bit of a shocking ending there, but good episode nonetheless. Didn't really predict that ending, but hey, whatever. You get what you get. Now on to episode 37, which came out yesterday, and was more about the Ito side than the Ito Otoha. Now, the beginning of the episode shows that Ito doesn't want to go with the the sleepover type of thing, which happened in the last episode with Wakana and On. So what happens is that Naru and Rine somehow convince her to go over to Oto's house. Now, Otoha's family is very much like her, where they're like in this fairy tale type of feeling and over dramatizing some things. And to be honest, it's a warm household. The mother is working working like Wakana's father, but not to the point where she's negligent. She's more of the working mother, but then is also supported by the father, and it's sort of that nice warm feeling that On's house had. but with Wakana's field, if you get what I'm saying. And unfortunately, with Ito, she was sort of overwhelmed by that. And when she went to the store the next day, she kept saying fairy tale to like a fairy tale to everything that Naru and On were saying because she was just like dramatized by it, I guess. Then what happens in the next part of the episode is the most important part. And that's when Otaha goes over to Ito's house, which is the Lucky Star. Now, how am I going to say this? It was interesting and absolutely amazing at the same time. Because we did get some story revealed where, in that whole night, Koji's mother talks to Koji, tells him about Ito's father's accident when Ito was younger, and basically the victim of the car crash that Ito's mother told Ito about was actually the person who died was Koji's father. Now, of course, they're both shocked by this, and when, Gen sees Ito running at him crying after hearing it on the roof, he automatically knows. He's like, yeah, I know exactly what you heard. He's thinking that. So what happens is then we see the whole congregation, Koji's mother, Koji, Gen, Ito, and Otaha. And basically, Koji's mother tells Koji to go home. Like, come with me and come home. Now, of course, Koji is sort of hesitant, but Gen yells at him and says, go home. Like, go home. Like, he yells at him straight. And what happens is Koji then runs away. Now, what happens is Ito is then, like, she's sort of curled up, like, in her room, and she doesn't really want to talk to anyone. Now, Otaha tries to cheer her up with some tea, but once Otaha gets outside the door, she sees Gen. Gen sees her, and basically, he asks how she's feeling, and she's like, no, yeah, she doesn't want to be seen right now. Like, she doesn't want to talk to anyone. And basically, he asks Otaha, did you hear everything about that? And he's like, and she says, yes, I heard. And what happens after that is then Otaha stays up all night after tucking Ito in to create the lyrics for the song Koji created for them, which is called Alive. Now, the dance, I'm going to say it was great. Not going to say it was absolutely amazing. It was great. But what happens in the middle of the dance was Ito was sort of out of focus because she was thinking about what Koji's mother said and what happened with Koji and all this other, and basically just the culmination of all her feelings for the day before. And what happens is then she is sort of spaced out. But Otaha grabs her, brings her back into the dance, completes it, and basically it's just hunky-dory from there. And they do make a reference. They say, shall we dance, which is sort of a reference to what is it? Chris Coname, there we go. Chris Coname song from Aurora Dream, and Dear My Future with the song, no, with the Prism Act that I believe, I'm trying to think of the group. I can't really think. It was Reina, Ayami, and Jaeyoon. And basically their group performed a Prism Act called Shall We Dance. So that was the reference there. Then what happens is the song continues. Like, after the dance, the song continues. And what happens is Ito then says, I don't think, we can't see each other anymore. Like, we can't be near each other anymore. And walks away as Koji reaches for her, but Ito walks away. Now, of course, Rine goes up to her. Rine appears out of nowhere. I sort of didn't even think. I thought Ito was just going to sit under the light and just cry. But Rine comes, says something philosophical to her, like, your heart's going to come back to you, like, you're going to recover from this. And basically, she cries in Rine's arms. And then we see Koji staring up into the sky crying, and that's basically the end of the episode. So, again, like I said on Facebook, I know, mentioning Facebook, woo, they do have one, talked about Pretty Rhythm, all this other stuff, but regardless, episode 37 delivers again. That's all I'm going to say. Episode 37 delivers again. That's all I have to say. It delivered an Aurora Dream, Dark Aurora Rising, Damn My Future. What was it? The introduction of Dark Ira, which is absolutely amazing, and this sort of a plot twist with Koji and Ito, who we thought was gonna, like most people thought, was just gonna be straight through breakup. That's it. So, do I think they're gonna get back together? Yes. We saw this with Rizumu and Rizumu and Hibiki, episode 44. I said 45, but episode 44 of Pretty Rhythm Aurora Dream, and they ended up getting married in episode, I believe it was 33 of DMF, so it is highly possible that they could rush it again and sort of get them back into that relationship state. But who knows? We'll just have to see. But again, what are your thoughts on these episodes? Do you think that the first two duos were amazing, and do you think they're going to stand up to the last group, which is going to be Naruberu? Again, this has been a Pretty Rhythm Rainbow Live dual episode review. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.